What's going on YouTube? This is Austin from Austin Dakota here, coming at you again with a new video for you guys tonight. And tonight, I just want to say thank you guys so much for the crazy amount of views on my 13 Stone Cold Black Metal Classics video. That video has went off the rails, over 100 views already, and I have you guys to thank for that. So thank you once again for your continued support, and we're going to stick with black metal. Tonight I am going to give my top 10 black metal albums of all time, or my top 10 favorite black metal albums. Again, this is my top 10. If you want to leave your top 10 in the comments, go ahead and do so. So I'm just going to go and jump straight into it. Number 10 for my albums, I went with In the Night Set Eclipse by Emperor. Emperor are just the MVPs of Norwegian black metal. Their first demo, Wrath of the Tyrant, then the split with Enslaved. You could tell throughout the time that they were together, Wrath of the Tyrant and the Emperor Enslaved split, they really upped the symphonic musicianship. But it wasn't until In the Night Set Eclipse where they really upped the Norwegian sound and upped the symphonic musicianship. Great album. I love this one front to back. I mean, the Burning Shadows of Silence. I Am the Black Wizards. Inno a Satana. Just classic album throughout, front to back, perfect. Number 9, I'm gonna stick in Norway. And number 9, I am going to go with De Mysteriis Dom Satanis by Mayhem. Two big albums that came out in '94. Mayhem, everyone knows the history with them. Varg killed Euronymous, Dead took his life. And don't get me wrong, I like the stuff that Dead did with Mayhem. So Death Crush, the EP, all the live stuff, the early stuff. But to me, De Mysteriis Dom Satanis is where it's at for me. I mean, just everything throughout the album works. Necro Butcher, his vocals, it took me a while to get used to Necro Butcher's vocals, but at the same time, though, it worked perfectly. Best songs on the album, I'm going to have to say Freezing Moon, obviously, Funeral Fog, Cursed in Eternity. The whole album is great. Cursed in Eternity, easily my favorite Mayhem song. So, you need to check that album out. Alright, number 8, we are going to go to Sweden. Finally, I have an album to show. I was kind of half tempted to leave off any modern black metal, but I couldn't for the life of me leave off this band. So number 8, I went with Death's Wings Widespread by Grafitner, released in 2020. Swedish melodic black metal. This band formed in 2007. They've been on a run as of late. I believe their 2023 album, Into the Outer Wilderness, came very close to making my number 1. It was either 2023 or 2022. I can't honestly remember. But yeah, Death's Wings Widespread remains my favorite Grafitner album. Just wall-to-wall, pummeling, heavy vocal, or heavy riffs, the guitar tone. The vocals are just some of the most harsh and evil vocals I've ever heard. Looking at the track listing here, I mean, Helvet Snot, Into the Unknown, Inner Void. Like, this whole album, front to back, without skipping a track, is just amazing. So that's my number 8, Death's Wings Widespread by Grafitner. Swedish black metal. Number 7, we're coming back to the United States, and in my honest opinion, this album is the greatest atmospheric black metal album of all time. Number 7, I'm going to go with Echoes of Battle by Kaladin Brood. Epic atmospheric black metal, like I said, from Salt Lake City, Utah. This album is just flawless, front to back. Even the vinyl of this album has summoning covers of songs by Summoning on here, and it's just amazing. Unfortunately, this is the only album by them, as I really don't hear anything about this band anymore. Kind of a shame. I want more stuff released by Kaladin Brood, but for now, this will have to do. Kind of sad. I mean, looking at the tracks. City of Azure Fire, great way to start the album. Self-titled track. To Walk the Ashes of Dead Empires. Book of the Fallen, I freaking love. The spoken word intro and the outro. You can literally put this album on and just sink into the atmosphere that this album shows. So yeah, number 7, Kaladin Brood, Echoes of Battle, easily. Coming in at number 6, this album came very close to cracking the top 5, but I had to put it at number 6 because, I mean, not only is this album my favorite Swedish black metal album, it is quite possibly my favorite melodic black metal album of all time. Number 6, I'm going to go with Far Away from the Sun by Sacramentum. See, a Swedish melodic black death. They incorporate some styles of death metal too, but I put this on here because this is black metal. Absolutely fantastic album. Just front to back. I think the other 2 albums that they did don't come anywhere close to this album. But yeah, great album throughout. I mean, Fog's Kiss to start things off. Great way to start off the album. Self-titled track, When Night Surrounds Me, Obsolete Tears, Beyond All Horizons, The Vision and the Voice. Yeah, Swedish melodic black metal to a T. Number 6, Far Away from the Sun by Sacramentum. Alright, number 5. We're into the top 5 now. Number 5, we're going to stay in Norway. Not Norway, we're going to stay in Sweden. Excuse me, we're going to stay in Sweden here. And this album needs no introduction at all. So I'm just going to go and hold it up. Number 5, I went with Under the Sign of the Black Mark by Bathory. Legendary band here. One of the main beginners, one of the main influences of black metal between these guys, or between Bathory, Venom, Celtic Frost, Merciful Fate, but I don't consider Merciful Fate to be black metal. I consider them more heavy metal, but Bathory really set the standard when it came down to black metal. This album and the self-titled album that was released in 1984 are my favorite Bathory albums. I like The Return, and I like Bloodfire Death as well. Some of the later stuff is okay, but nothing will compare to the first 4 Bathory albums. Yeah, great album here, man. Yeah, it even has 2 sides, Side Darkness and Side Evil. Let's see, Woman of Dark Desires, Massacre, Call from the Grave, Enter the Eternal Fire, Chariots of Fire, 13 Candles of Doom. Yeah, just legendary album. So that's my number 5. Under the Sign of the Black Mark by Bathory. So coming in at number 4 is one that I don't own and I would like to own soon. It's, for me, melodic black metal. It's always a toss-up between Sacramentum, Far Away from the Sun, or my number 4, Enter the Moonlight Gate by Lord Belial. Lord Belial in my honest opinion, are one of the best Swedish melodic bands. I mean, Kiss the Goat, Enter the Moonlight Gate, Unholy Crusade, just top to bottom, those albums are great. But Enter the Moonlight Gate for me has the perfect blend of melodic black metal. It's the perfect melodic black metal album in my honest eyes. My honest opinion, Sacramento, Far Away from the Sun, and Lord Belial, Enter the Moonlight Gate are the two best melodic black metal albums. My favorite track off there, I would have to say, is Path with Endless Horizons. Definitely check that song out. So that's number 4 for me. Lord Belial, Enter the Moonlight Gate. Alright. So we're coming up at number 3. We're into the top 3 now. Number 3, we are going to stay in Sweden. And this band is a heavy influence on Swedish black metal. It's not even funny. Number 3, and this is very close for being my favorite Swedish black metal album. Number 3, I went with The Secrets of the Black Arts by Dark Funeral. My personal favorite black metal band. Dark Funeral is easily my favorite black metal band of all time. Yeah, love this album. Diabolis Interium is my favorite Dark Funeral album. But to me, the lineup on this album is just top to bottom. No doubt about it. The lineup on this just screams Dark Funeral. I mean, you got Vemgoroth on lead vocals. You have Lord Ackerman on guitar. Black Moon and Equimenorthorn, something like that, on drums. The only album to feature Vemgoroth, because they picked up Caligula on Vobiscum Satanas, and he was with the group until Angelus Exero Pro Eternus, and then they got Helgemonder for We Are the Apocalypse. But this album just screams Dark Funeral, like I said. I mean, the Dark Age has arrived. Great way to start off the album. Right into The Secrets of the Black Arts. Yeah. My Dark Desires. Where Angels Forever Die. Shadows Over Transylvania, which is the best song on here. I'd say the self-titled track, but yeah, I'd have to easily say Shadows Over Transylvania. But yeah, number 3 for me, Secrets of the Black Arts, Dark Funeral, absolutely incredible. Alright, we're coming up on my number 2 and my number 1. This could easily flip-flop for me back and forth. Number 2, we are going to Finland. So that's like the only country we haven't been to yet. Number 2, we're going to Finland. This band, well, for me, my start was Let the Devil In. So that album, Empire of Suffering from the Black Coffin Lair, and the self-titled track. But it was not until I heard this album I was more familiar with this band. Number 2, I went with Satanic Black Devotion by Sargeist, released in 2003. Just overall heavy, evil, nasty black metal, almost to the point where it is raw black metal. Almost to the point where it's raw black metal. But yeah, I say this album, Let the Devil In, and Unbound are Sargeist's best albums. From what I've been hearing, they are in talks of a new album by Sargeist, so that's going to be awesome. I cannot wait. But yeah, fantastic album throughout. Like I said, hateful, evil, sinister, black metal. The vocals are just the most hateful I've ever heard. I mean, self-titled track, Frowning Existing, Panzer God, Black King Murder is easily the best song on the album. But yeah. Sargeist, Satanic Black Devotion, released in 2003. My number 2. Alright, my number 1, my favorite black metal album of all time. If you guys know me, you know my channel. And if you follow me on Black Metal Maniacs on Facebook, you would know that this album for me will forever be number 1. It'll never change. Number 1. Transylvanian Hunger by Darkthrone, released in 1994. I've said it before, and I am going to say it again. This album is not only my favorite black metal album of all time, this is also my favorite Darkthrone album. This album is evil, it's hateful. They were able to embrace the Norwegian sound on this album comparative to A Blaze in the Northern Sky, because A Blaze in the Northern Sky, they were trying to get out of the death metal phase that they were in, because they started as death metal, but then when you get to A Blaze in the Northern Sky, you still kind of hear tints of death metal in there. It wasn't until Under a Funeral Moon where they really, really nailed that icy, unrelenting black metal, but it wasn't until Transylvanian Hunger that they found their sound, the true Norwegian sound, and it's this album. Yeah, my favorite Darkthrone album, my favorite black metal album of all time. I know Altars of Mattness, when he did his top 10, this was his number 1. This was his number 1 favorite black metal album of all time. Altars of Mattness, if you're watching this, I agree with you. Yes, absolutely brilliant album, start to finish. Self-titled track, Skald, oh, Satan's Soul, something like that. I'm not Norwegian, so sorry from all my Norwegian folk. But yeah, Darkthrone, Transylvanian Hunger, 1994. Nothing like this album. Nothing will ever touch this album. Masterpiece, in my opinion. Alright, so that's it. Those are my 10 favorite black metal albums of all time. I've had to breeze through a few honorable mentions. Beherit, Drawing Down the Moon. Finish Black Metal, great album. Blasphemy with Fallen Angel of Doom. That is one of the best war metal albums I've ever heard in my entire life. Horna with their debut album. Immortal, Battles in the North. Great album, great Norwegian black metal. Kekta Rock, Pale Swordsman, that came out in 2021. That was a great album too. And my last honorable mention is going to be, this is going to surprise a few of you. It's going to be Winterland, Welcome My Last Chapter. The only album from that band. The only album. And that sucks, because that is a phenomenal album, start to finish. Alright, so that does it. Those are my top 10 favorite black metal albums of all time, or my top 10 black metal albums of all time. So yeah, thanks for watching. If you guys enjoyed, please comment, like, subscribe down below. Be sure you turn on the post notifications. You will get more videos like this and more quality content to come. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.